everyone, we're going to find the product of each complex number and its conjugate. We have 6 problems here. We're going to go a little slower and then go a little faster on these. And maybe you can try some on your own. So for the first one, we have this. So 4 minus 2i. So the complex conjugate is you're going to multiply it by 4 plus 2i. So if they give you this, the conjugate is the same numbers, but you change the sign, the operation. And now if you FOIL this out, you get 16 plus 8i minus 8i minus 4i squared. Now, for these, you need to know that I squared equals -1. This is the cycles of our i's. They repeat every 4. So, for example, I to the 8th equals 1. So, every 4 equals 1, and then it just repeats. So, I to the 6th is also I to the -1. So, what happens is this middle term goes away. So, you have 16 minus 4 times -1, which equals 16 plus 4, which equals 20. So basically that gives us our formula that it really just equals a squared plus b squared. So if we set a equal 4 and b equal 2i and use our formula, we're just going to get 4 squared plus 2 squared. And that's going to, b is just 2, not 2i. All right, and that's going to give you 16 plus 4, which equals our 20. So let's go slow on the next one again, and then we'll get used to the formula. So we have 8 minus 2i, therefore the conjugate is 8 plus 2i. Okay. Go ahead and FOIL this out. So you get 64 plus 16i minus 16i minus 4i squared. So again, these two middle terms cancel out, and you're going to get 64 minus 4i squared. Substitute that for -1. That gives you 64 plus 4 equals 68. What we could have done is just written this as a equals 8 and b equals 2. And we could have just used a squared plus b squared, and that gives us 8 squared plus 2 squared, which also gives you 68. So for now on, let's just use our formula. And that's with i's. Because it's usually when you have this difference here, you get a squared minus b squared. But since we have that I, that makes it a -1. When you square that I, that gives it a plus. So now we can go a little faster. So we have a 6 plus 3i. So the conjugate is 6 minus 3i. And let's just use our formula. A equals 6 and b equals 3. So we're going to get 6 squared plus 3 squared. This is 36 plus 9, which equals 45. Next one, 9 minus 2i. So the conjugate is 9 plus 2i. So a equals 9, b equals 2. Therefore, you get a squared plus b squared equals 9 squared plus 2 squared. This equals 81 plus 4, which equals 85. And the last two, 5 minus 4i. The complex conjugate is 5 plus 4i. A equals 5, b equals 4. Therefore, you get a squared plus b squared equals 5 squared plus 4 squared, which equals 25 plus 16, which equals 41. All right. And the last one, you might want to try this on your own. You have 5 minus 7i, 5 plus 7i. A equals 5, b equals 7. Therefore, a squared plus b squared equals 5 squared plus 7 squared equals 25 plus 49, which equals, I'll just do 25 plus 50 is 75 minus 1, 74. And that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.